Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You were right and I was so wrong. I was weak and you were so strong. Now that the damage is done, you were right and I was so hard-headed, upset. Everyone seemed to know better than me. I was ungrateful, not faithful, so blind, but now I see I was resentful. I repent for everything I did that hurt you, so you don't deserve it. I'm not perfect. I hope you could let it go, 'cause you were right and I was so wrong. I was weak and you were so strong. Now that the damage is done, you were right.
It is February 8th, 2019. My name is Richard, and this is The Buzz, exclusively on TBK Radio and TBKMagazine.com. All right. So the last time we had a conversation, we discussed how boring sports were. Well, the Super Bowl and the State of the Union address, and I got a ton of emails about the clapping thing, so thanks, guys, for paying attention for the last episode. Today, I want to talk about something that has kind of impacted my life a lot more than I ever thought it would, say 3 to 5 years ago. I never thought I would be an avid daily YouTube watcher. But here I am in 2019. I am watching YouTube daily. Fucking YouTube. I went from getting up of a morning and watching shows about divorces in a courtroom. And now I'm sitting here watching Good Mythical Morning and guys play video games. What the fuck went wrong? So today's topic is YouTube a viable cable replacement? And not to be confusing it with YouTube TV, which is their own cable service, which is cheaper than cable. And this is not a sponsorship, but if they want to throw me some free cable, I'm cool with it because I'm paying for it anyway. In YouTube TV is $40 a month, and very rare you can get our local, like in our area, we live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Like you can look out our window and see for 35 miles, it's as flat as fuck. It is rice fields as far as the eye can see, and during the summer, your view is blocked by mosquitoes the size of pigeons. So, with that being said, YouTube TV is great if you want your cable experience at a super cheap price at $40 a month. Pair it with Philo, and you have an amazing cable experience. $60 a month for 95 channels. You can get the premiums for like $5. Do that. It's cheaper than going through cable. If you already pay for internet, it's already placed in there. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the actual going on YouTube and finding content creators that are actually worth a shit and watching their videos on a daily basis. Because the thing with YouTube now, compared to 10 years ago or 20 years ago, well, 13 years ago, YouTube, I want to say YouTube was started in 2005, 2006, and I'm probably wrong. I know it's sold to Google. I cannot talk. Google in that, I think 2006 or 7, but it became more than just viral videos. At the time, it was just sharing videos with your friends, and you would have the occasional music video on there. For me, the first thing that popped in my head this morning is the Numa Numa video, where it's this dude sitting in front of his computer lip syncing the Numa Numa song. One of the all-time greatest videos in the history of YouTube. That and the history of dance. That sums up my YouTube day, or the piano cat. That sums up my YouTube experience. That being said, so YouTube went from just viral videos being just fun and trying to get people to go just watch this one video, because that was the whole idea. It wasn't about making a channel. It was about making something go viral. That was the whole thing with YouTube. Say even 7 years ago, That was the whole idea for YouTube. And I dabbled in YouTube videos, and I'm going to do it again. Like now we're adding a channel for the website. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to play video games, which I'll get to that in a minute. Because I've never had an NES, and I thought, oh, this will be something that could work as a YouTube video, because I'm very vocal when I play video games. I actually make up curse words. So if you have a small cursing vocabulary, our video game YouTube channel, when it starts, our video games on our YouTube channel is the way to go to learn some new 4-letter words. But it went from being this idea of getting these viral videos across to people to now being a full-fledged channel where you're following people that you have no idea who they are. I don't know if you'll ever meet them in your life, where you're following them around 7 days a week and experiencing their life with them, or they're doing shows where they're entertaining as shit. And I didn't expect this. From when the platform started 10 to 15 years ago, I never expected this is where the platform would go today. I never expected to be in a situation where I stream a YouTube content more regularly than things I do on Amazon Prime. I use Amazon Prime occasionally. Like I'll watch a movie on Prime, or I will watch an occasional rerun of Supermarket Sweep. Don't fucking judge me. But I have found myself watching YouTube more than Hulu and Netflix. And I don't know if that's just because it's different or because there's just something special about YouTube where you get these. It's not where, okay, so when you watch a television show, you know it's it's people who've trained their entire lives in acting or anything, with the exception of reality TV, but that's a completely different argument. Because we did become a society that enjoyed reality TV so much, but that is fake reality TV, where YouTube gives us, to a point, real reality, because people will film anything and put it on YouTube if it can work on their channel. Case in example, motherfucking Logan Paul filming in the suicide forest in Japan. That dude decided to post a video just of someone hanging in a tree to get views, because it went from being viral to now getting views and pushing merch on people. And that's fine. If the video's not fine, but pushing merch and all that in a video, because that's what YouTube is now. It's pushing your merch and trying to build your channel up to be one of the bigger channels. Whatever. But it went from being this viral where it's just a dude singing in front of a computer, the Numa Numa song, to where it is now, where it's two brothers just recreating stupid jackass stunts to make money. And YouTube has become a viable watching option, and it baffles me. But we watch television, and these people that are actors, and these men and women who go out there, learn their lines, and do these 20 to 40-minute shows or made-for-TV movies on Lifetime, which they train their entire lives, or they train constantly to be part of these. We're going to relate more to, say, a Rhett and Link, where they're just us who happen to be creative, because I think we're all creative in some aspect. I think we all do something that will put us in a creative space, whether it's you love to write, you love to make videos, you can paint. I cannot. I'm telling you, I think the only way I would ever be able to make a painting is if it was a splatter painting and somehow an earthquake happened. That's as the far as I can go. You creative through the art aspect, through your work. In some aspects, we're all creative in a different way. When you see someone you can relate to being creative in a platform where it's able to be viewed on a daily basis, it changes everything. And I think that's one of the appeals for YouTube, because it's just everyday people who come across more than every day. You go from your average Joe to someone who still seems like an average Joe, but is super popular with the world. They cannot go anywhere. And I think the best example of that is TanaCon, which if you don't know anything about, watch Shane Dawson's thing, which I'm going to promote Shane Dawson's videos probably a lot because they work out well. TanaCon was there's a video con for YouTube creators, and a YouTuber by the name of Tana Montague, I think, I know I'm going to get corrected, and that's fine, went to decide to make her own rival convention and ended up selling more tickets than she thought. She sold around 10,000 tickets, I think, for a venue that only holds 200. So, hey. But that's one of those things where you're such a big name, you don't realize you're such a big name with people, and that's the power of YouTube now. That is the power of this little video platform that went from just streaming viral videos to now being a viable alternative to regular television. And I never thought I never thought I would utter those words. So when you watch television, you kind of put, especially a show that's on for a while. For me, growing up, I'm a huge wrestling fan. So watching wrestling growing up, like names like Hulk Hogan and The Ultimate Warrior are part of my childhood. There are going to be children growing up now that stream YouTubers that is going to look at them the same way we looked at Hulk Hogan growing up. And that is crazy to think about, but YouTube is so much easier to access than wrestling was as a kid, because it was on at one time, or 3 times, I guess, if you look at it throughout the week. It was on Mondays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and that was it. There was no wrestling during the week. You had to wait until that time frame to watch anything. But now, these people, or children growing up now, are going to be seeing these people that they're watching on YouTube on a daily basis. They are letting them into their lives, which is one reason I will argue that if you do police your children's videos, my first thought is you might want to look at YouTube. If you have children and you want to police their videos, YouTube is probably the first place to start, because you'll learn a lot. I never thought I would say those words, because YouTube content, you can curse in. YouTube content, you can pretty much do almost what you want it. I mean, there's no nudity or anything, but you can still be as vulgar as hell. Something to look at moving forward, because again, and there's a lot of kid shows on YouTube, which is something I never realized until recently. But again, I never thought I would put YouTube in my daily streaming habits. I went for a period where I was just watching court shows about divorces. I guess the best way to put it. I was watching Divorce Court. And that would become, and Maury and Jerry Springer, that was our daily shows. But now, for me, it's Good Mythical Morning and shows like that, or I think I watch Shane Dawson's boyfriend's videos on a daily basis. It's one of those things where I never thought I would give a shit about another person's life, but here I am, like this. Like I don't mean it like that, but I never thought I'd give a shit about watching someone's life, and here I am watching people on YouTube go shopping in a Gucci store. What the fuck is wrong with me? That's the only thing I have to say. Because if you watch that, you're going, these guys are pretentious dicks. And yet, I'm still watching because I can relate to some aspects of their life. Not the Gucci part, but shopping in a Target. Fuck yeah. I am one of those people who is a firm believer in shopping in Target over Walmart 90% of the time. Good Mythical Morning is also in my daily regiment of YouTube watching, and in my daily regiment of just watching, because it's a fun morning show that you're probably going to watch for 25 minutes. It doesn't take up as much time as sitting through, say, a Today Show or Good Morning America or those type of shows, or even listening to something on the radio that lasts 4.5 to 6 hours long. You can get your morning in 20 minutes and you're done. That is a great way to start your day. And I think that's something that we forget about. If you're going to make daily content, that is the way to go. I think Rhett and Link have the perfect formula, because I'm going to religiously watch their shows now. I discovered them last summer, sucking powdered sugar off a donut with a vacuum cleaner. And now I'm sitting here watching them religiously. Like, I binged every episode of Good Mythical Morning from start to finish in the span of the summer. Thank you, I have no life. As we were preparing to go to StarCast 1. And that's how I discovered Shane Dawson. And I ended up going down this rabbit hole because they would bring people on the show. And yeah, now I've subscribed to a ton of YouTubers. Shane Dawson being one of them. You need to check out his series where he discusses things with different YouTubers. Like, he goes through a day in the life of them. Tana, like, he goes through the falls of TanaCon, and it's gripping. It's better than most reality television. In fact, it might be better than 98% of reality television that's on television. Shane Dawson's conspiracy theory videos are fan-frickin-tastic. If you love conspiracy theories that are not like the typical JFK one, Shane Dawson's videos are great in that aspect. There's one he just did with the iPhone, and it's fantastic. And you go and watch that, and it will freak you out. Where I actually think I turned my iPhone off while watching that. And there's just his video with his series with Jeffree Star, who's someone I never cared for until I watched that series. His video series with Jake Paul, who I still don't care for, but it kind of opened up a door into look in how their lives actually are as YouTubers. And it's something that you don't get on regular television. Like, Shane Dawson took Jake Paul, who's someone, I think, a Disney Channel original reject actor. Yeah, I'll get hate mail for that. To where he's doing these stupid YouTube videos that, inflict damage and cause. He's not the best role model. And yet, it actually painted him in a light that's somewhat normal, but he's still somewhat crazy. Like, it's one of those things where it was such gripping television. I love the documentary style, and that's exactly what this was. It rivals up there with a lot of the documentary series on television, like Netflix putting the Ted Bundy tapes together. It is right up there with that for me and how good it was. And yeah, the Ted Bundy tapes were chilling television, by the way. It's those sort of things that makes YouTube something special in a time frame where no one has to do this. Shane Dawson did not have to do this for YouTube. He could have taken his ability to make a documentary as well as those 4 that he's done and take it to a television network and pitch it. And they probably would have bought it because that's how good it is. But it's an epic way to be like, here's my content. Here's what I've created for free. Enjoy. I don't care. It's impressive to me that people will take this much time and energy to put something in that they will put up for free. And YouTubers, I've seen YouTubers and they make great money off the ads and stuff, and that's great. Like, if you're one of the more famous YouTubers, you're killing it with money. Good job, because that's something, like, it takes a while to get there. But seriously, if you strive and you work hard at it, and I think everyone will tell you, you've got to bust your ass on it. It's going to be something special. Editing videos is not easy. I do it occasionally for the website, and I'm getting ready to start doing it more frequently, and I know that is a pain in the ass. And I edit audio too. That is a pain in the ass. I don't want to do it for a daily reason. I just discovered Cinemassacre. It's a YouTube channel where they play video games. It also is the home of the Angry Video Game Nerd. It's started by James Rolfe. It also has a website as well, kind of like what we're getting ready to start doing. And I love that channel. Like, I've been binging him and James and Mike Bundays, like all 300 episodes. Like, I'm just sitting here binging that of watching two people play video games. When in the bloody hell did anyone go, you know what would be entertaining to watch? Someone play Super Mario 3. When the fuck did this become viable television? When the fuck did we decide that, hey, look, if you can be entertaining while playing a video game, you can make money on the internet? Because there are some of the times where we used to play as kids, playing freaking Smash Brothers on the GameCube or on the N64, where we would have made a mint. Or GoldenEye, when getting the golden gun. Oh my God, the names that we were called during that time frame, if you had the golden gun, would rival anything right now to be watched on Twitch or YouTube. You would have told me 3 years ago I would have watched people playing video games because I would rather play the game than watch someone play it. And then I watched someone play it. Because of those guys, I've never played NES games. Like, I never had one growing up. Because of watching James and Mike Bundays, my whole plan is to seek out and play NES titles that I never had a chance to play. I never played Super Mario Brothers 1. I played the first level. I think everyone's done that. But I've never played past that. I'm going to start doing a YouTube series where I play games that I never had a chance. Hell, I just played the original Zelda, and that was one I did for myself because I love Zelda. Had them on the N64, but I never played the original. I finally played the original and think that's the greatest video game of all time because I watched someone play it on YouTube. Never thought I'd be saying that. So the question, I guess, if you want to answer it, is YouTube a viable cable option? Yeah. I think in time, and even over time, we're going to see actual big things start moving to free versions of YouTube. For example, there is a YouTube Originals channel on YouTube TV, but there is going to be a time frame where something huge, and I'm going to probably guess a sports league, will start putting games on YouTube for free. Will stream live gaming. So, for example, if the NFL, which I think they have their own service, I know Major League Baseball and the NBA have their own streaming service. I'm not sure if the NFL has it. But if the NFL decided to go, hey, look, let's take this week's Chiefs-Raiders game and stream it live on YouTube and see what happens, it would change everything. YouTube would become a bigger option. I feel like more people would cut cable if one sports league started showing you on YouTube for free because they could get the ad revenue. That's not an issue. Because sports are not going to be demonetized. You're not going to demonetize the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NHL. Probably you wouldn't even demonetize NASCAR or horse racing. So that being said, I feel that in time, YouTube is going to become television. I think Netflix started this. I think Disney Plus is going to make it better, and I think with the addition of YouTube and your streaming services, traditional cable and satellite are dead. I think 10 years from now, we're going to start seeing the major cable monopolies start folding. Or they're just going to go straight to internet and just dropping cable channel or just start dropping channels. Because it's not worth it. I'm surprised local networks don't just stream on YouTube for free. Because it's a free service anyway if you have an antenna. It's coming. I guarantee if you can get your local channels for free, it's coming. Something to throw out there. That is going to wrap up this edition of The Buzz. We're going to be back Monday, and the topic then is social media and friendships. Oh, fucking hell. It's kind of one that's kind of stuck to me recently and one that has made me somewhat angry over the last, say 10 years. I think social media fucks friendships up. We'll discuss that on the next episode of The Buzz. Not going to be as funny as this, or not going to be as fun to listen to, possibly, as much as it is rant. Fuck you, rant. So if you're a YouTube fan, this probably is a show that, backs your thoughts up. But like I said, check out Shane Dawson's videos if you've not. Check out Good Mythical Morning. Check out the Valley Folk. Check out the Elite. I just watched a hour press conference to cover for the website for All Elite Wrestling for SNS on Sunday. Guys, live, if you listen to our normal shows, live is not going up this week. There's going to be 2 episodes next week, and then the Nutsies the week after. So vote on those, tbkmagazine.com. And don't forget to check out our store, Shop TBK, tbkmagazine.com/Shop TBK. We will see you next, or I guess you will hear us next time on The Buzz. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Make your weekend worth it, and we'll see you again on Garfield the Cat's most hated day of the week.